Poor sons are born in the shadow of their fathers.
But the day will always come
when they must stand alone.
And are faced with a choice.
Do they follow the path put before them?
Or take a different road?
I am not my father.
The future is mine to take.
Hello guys, this is 4 Second Spartan welcoming you everybody on the new video. Here we are today gonna explain the faction tactics and all the other stuff for the bandits. So and anyways, thanks a lot for dropping in if you guys are new to the channel, and we'll discuss lots of stuffs, all the things, how to play with the bandit faction and what are the starting situation on all this new World Betrayed DLC. So here we are. Let's change the camera, and once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Let's change the camera and begin. Bandits. So, okay, first of all, earlier we used to start with like two bandits. One is Zhang Ziang, which is my favorite, of course, and one is Zheng Jiang. So, and now on on the new DLC, we have the free DLC of Yan I Ho. My early access campaign is already up there. You guys can give a look. The link should be there down in the description. So all the detailed campaign is being going on right now. So anyways, so these are the three bandit lords. So first things first, as bandit queen, our playstyle focus should be aggressive expansion, and as Zhang Yan, king of the Black Mountain, he mostly relies on ambushes and opportunistic diplomacy. But the other bandit lord, Yang Bai Ho, he depends on coalition building and tribal networks. So let's go turn by turn on each of the bandits.
The great campaign of Le Bu and Yuan Shao has driven banditry into the northern mountains. You have lost much, Zheng Jiang, but you go on.
These setbacks are temporary. Those noble fools lack the strength and the wisdom to defeat me.
Your strength is known, yet you are without a stable base of operations. Zhang Ba, a nearby warlord, has split from Liu Bei and aspires to banditry himself.
Such delusions will only make his downfall more satisfying. I shall take his lands and rebuild my influence anew.
Wisely thought, for there are other growing powers abroad. Cao Cao, Liu Bei, and the unpredictable Le Bu are all amassing strength. There could be fortunes to be made by aiding them.
Yes, or glories to be won conquering them. The opportunities before me are many, and you can be assured that I will not waste a single one. I will ascend, be it atop a pile of gold or broken bones.
Okay, In the World Betrayed DLC, she starts in a special position. You can see it right here. She starts in middle of Liu Bei, and whom she is not as good as with other peoples. And in one side is Lu. All the crazy lords are surrounding her. So this is very volatile situation for her. By the way, as in the main campaign, in this DLC also, she doesn't start with a settlement. So first, we have to fight for the settlement, then grow our economy and stuff. So, Bandit. Okay, let's go to her faction traits really quick. So, the Bandit Queen starting situation is very hard, and I love it. And I love her character because she is, I think, the only champion who gets tenacity of steel. Yeah, I like her traits in the game. So we'll go on that for details also. Let's first discuss the things in the faction tabs. Best used to engage enemy generals, however weaker against units. Best grouped with retinues of spear infantry and glaive infantry. She gets -1 mustering turns, but she gets +50 tribute in diplomacy income from mercenary treaties. So whenever she gets mercenary treaties, she gets +50 tribute. So that's the unique feature for the bandits. They keep on receiving mercenary things where you start at war if you accept the treaty. Okay, and her faction focus is on infamy, which increases her prestige and increases her character experience, increases satisfaction and morale. Infamy decays over time, and she has to be like really aggressive in her expansion. She gets two special units. One is hidden access, which is available for character rank 3 and higher, and one is Fist of the Bandit Queen. They are available on rank 6 and higher. Charge minus defense versus cavalry, but they're good at charging. Mostly they're the axe, dual access infantry. And this is the mercenary treaty what earn money per turn, sell conquered land to mercenary masters for large sums. So yeah, we like get contract, we get money, and we can occupy, capture the land and give it to the person who is asking. So noteworthy character. Personally, I don't like Kongqiang. He's a sentinel, so I mostly just remove him. But you can't do it in this campaign. We'll show you. And she started with her sister, who is a legendary strategist. That is okay, Lu guys. Zhang. Okay, let's begin to give a quick look on the different mechanisms on her. Oh, sorry. Yeah, a fresh start. You have suffered setbacks in the past years. Lady Jiang, that fool Zheng Jiang, overextended himself and attacked the wrath of Yuan Shao, who even now seeks to purge the bandits from the northern mountains. You have been forced to head south in search of a more secure base. First, you will need to find a new stronghold. Supplanting the local bandit chief Zhang Ba should give you that. Once you are secure, exploit the chaos and flourishing in the central plains and plunder, pillage, and build your legend. Find a power base to build your strength. Be wary of Cao Cao and Lu. Okay, you have to start a battle with Zhu Tang and you'll get the taste of victory. Okay, guys. So, let's see.
Mercy.
Zhang Jiang starts with, as usual, her unique weapon, the Red Sisters, which have 965 melee damage, 2.3k melee damage, armor piercing, and 24 melee attack. And she has a unique armor which gives her 15 resolve and +6 instinct. Okay, by the way, this unique weapon gives her fatigue immunity, and her armor gives instinct and resolve. But in case of her weapon, she loses 15 expertise, but she gets 15 resolve and 15 instinct. Pretty decent weapon. It's a legendary weapon. And then she doesn't get any, what do you call it, follower that stuff to start with. Okay, her special traits one is Binding Fury, which does 10k splash damage, and the middle is Tenacity of Steel. That is pretty important trait for a champion. The more time you fight in a duel, you get like more crazy. You can see phase 1 5% melee damage and 5% armor piercing damage. Phase 2 10% for another 15. If your duel lasts for 45 seconds, then you do 25% damage. If your duel lasts on like the last phases, like 44 seconds and above, it goes to 50% more melee damage and armor piercing. And if the duel goes more than 1 minute, then you have 100% melee damage and 100% armor piercing damage infinitely. So if you compare it to your weapon, it's like 2.3 plus 2.3. It's like 4.6k armor piercing damage, along with around 2k, 1.8, 1.9k melee damage constantly because of tenacity of steel. So I recommend to get this straight ASAP. And the third one is the poison blade that does 14k damage, which does a missile attack. So you can do it before you start a duel. You can attack them and then you start a duel. And as a champion, she gets another two pretty important traits. For that is plus 5 replenishment and plus 25% campaign movement range for her. So this is like a perfect champion character with tenacity of steel and binding fury. With this weapon, she is a formidable general killer. She cannot be
Crowds,
that good
a
of a
welcome sight to an
infantry killer
enterprising
because she's a
thief.
champion, but she is an amazing general killer. If you get a vanguard in her army, that's gonna be like super awesome. And she starts with 2 units of hidden axes, 1 unit of Fist of the Bandit Queen, and 1 archer militia, and you can add whatever units you want. But her, okay, one more thing.
Bandits are less corrupt than nobles.
Okay, and
What do you
now
wish, my
let's check
lord?
Lu Zhang. Her satisfaction is kind of waning. She starts with noble swords, which gives her 5 satisfaction. Okay, let's see. Earlier she used to get night battles. I think they have removed it on the DLC. She gets a stalker ability. She gets a shifting deluge or something. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. And she gets wisdom of the reapers. Well, here she used to get night battles, but now she gets poison arrows and plus 10 range damage. The next one is 10 range armor piercing damage and plus 10 firing rate, flaming shots, and 25% chance to capture enemies in the beginning. And she has 8 cunning, which gets her guerrilla deployment, and chance of ambush success is 25% more. That's pretty much it. And now you can do her traits however you want. Kankian, he also gets like 2 tiny stealth ability, which gives him cover gain when he is spying. You can use him as spy, and he also gets tenacity of steel. Tenacity of steel is a good perk, mostly available for most of the sentinels. So we already explained what is tenacity of steel. So yeah, these are the things. Okay, that's not important. It actually keeps changing. Mission issued, and we have to find engage with this enemy right there, and that will give us taste of victory. Now look at this, guys. We start with
Bandits are less corrupt than
a little bit
nobles.
low satisfaction on one of our generals, and that is Kang Quan. Always, he is a pain in the ass.
Crowds,
Anyways,
a
never mind.
welcome sight to an
Earlier,
enterprising
we used to
thief.
start in Taiwan, in this area where Zheng Jiang starts now, but now we start here. We came down here. Pretty much, we have nothing. We have 2,000 gold in coffers and 115 coming, and that's it financially.
There's
So if
no
we
shame
don't
in
fight, we die.
notoriety.
So first we have to kill this, secure this places, and maybe after that you can take lots of way. Here you'll find Liu Bei, here you'll find Lu Chang, here you'll find Cao Cao, here is Lu Bu. So you see all these legendary lords surrounding you. This is not a good place, but the game will tell you to go and capture these two places now. So maybe first just go and capture them. I'll be doing a detailed campaign because she is my favorite legendary lords. So you can check her campaign out in my Twitch on legendary Zhang Ziang Campaign. And anyways, in this faction thing, what
Lift the peasants.
we can check it now is our family tree as usual. Earlier, like we don't have a year position, and we are not married either. So it gives us the option. Maybe we should get Lu Zheng adopted and get her married with some decent lords and stuff, or maybe we can get married with some decent lord and get them up here. We start with pretty much bad relationship with Yuan Shao and Liu Bei. They kind of don't like us, but these other guys are not that significant, but they are okay. Lu Bu is kind of in the neutral right now, and our court situation is also not good. We start with incense master, and once we get land, we can get some administrators in. And in the researchers, the more land you capture, you can get different stuffs. But you have to go through it, like the areas you are in, you can get like the research really fast from there. It's like +2 armies available, 2k population growth, -5 corruption. You can go for that, and it will take 4 turns. And somewhere the if you want to go further in the research line, it may take longer turns. I'm sorry for that. So you can go for the season and retinue deployment, +5 income from banditry. Here we go. 1+1 available assignments for satisfaction. Satisfaction is an issue for Zheng Jiang. So +4 satisfaction and 10% income from commerce shall be also good, and it unlocks +2 units of archers. So the more researches you do, you keep on unlocking more units. But and this one is also pretty decent. It unlocks your medium tier spearmen, which are really good for you. And okay, one more thing: if you are in the friendly
Persevere.
province, you can go into sharing the spoil thing. So you can go it in this one in enemy provinces also. But if you are in your friendly province, it will be more helpful because it grants you 25% replenishment, 200% income from banditry, in exchange of your loot. So we have to remove the loot, and then we get +20 reserves, but we cannot start a battle in that stance. But either if you are in enemy lands, you can actually start raiding, which will increase your loot. But there is another thing. I'll just let you know: +25 loot and generous loot when used in enemy territory. So now we are in enemy territory, we can actually raid them. But it will give us emphatic status, -18 public order for the enemy. And campaign movement range required is 25%. And we can actually start a battle in this stance too. Okay, but the problem is that, see, if the loot is more, we get a little bit of sluggish penalty, like -10 campaign movement. It can increase up to -25. But if the loot is a little bit less, so you have to keep a balance, like up to this area the bar should be. So if you are in enemy lands, automatically your loot will constantly start beginning. It doesn't work for the other, like how it works for the other factions, for the bandits. So
The people rejoice in the bounty of their labor.
okay, and so once in a while you can always go and convert. You can sharing your spoils, that will reduce your loot, and you can eventually keep it going. But when you are in friendly land, you will not get that much of loot because it is your own it is your own province. So you'll be slowly your loot will get declined. But mostly if you don't have any loots, you will get attrition. But don't worry, if you're in animal land, if a balance bar is like too low also, it slowly will go up. If it goes up too much, just start and just divide it among yourselves. That shall be good. So you should be like in this way. If you are in a campaign, it should be like in this state. Like you'll get, if you keep it up through here, you'll be fine. Okay, Lu Zhang starts with 2 archers, and actually you
My
can
lord?
give her some artillery and stuffs too. Yeah, and now you can see, and she gets decent archers later on also, but we have to level up, and her satisfaction is also pretty low. So either you can make her, and okay, you can give her some titles and stuff that should help her, and you can always give them the general of the left and right, that instantly give them +10 satisfaction, and which gives minus upkeep for or minus recruitment cost. These are pretty decent ones. So whoever is following you, you can give one of this to each of them, and you can actually change with both of them. So same here, it works like that. You can use those stuffs, and yeah, like this, right or left, and you can use this other titles. Man, you can use them for the other members of the court and other stuffs. So far, here it is. So now it depends upon you whom to fight with. But starting wise, you have to go and fight this guy here, and then take Zhengba's territory, and maybe he will be having another army here. But don't bother about that. Maybe just go rush the Black Isle. There is an iron mine right there. You can just go here and sack it or loot and occupy it, and then you have to come back. You need a little bit more men for this province because it is a provincial capital or commandery. It is the main city of the commandery, so you can go right there and capture and hold on this province for now. Do some development, start looting and sacking, and don't forget Kongrong is right there. So mostly all the legendary lords are in this area. And lately, if you wanna get married with the young Bao Hu, by who also you can do it. But you have to think how you want to do your campaign. So that's it, Zhang Jiang for now. So let's switch to the other one.
You are beaten, Zhang Yen. Your offensive against Yuan Shao failed, and his retribution has pushed you back into the mountains.
He has had his victory, but I am far from beaten. I still have much territory, and Yuan Shao can try his might amongst the mountains if he dares.
He has sent his subordinate Gao Gan to pursue you. Perhaps he will prove the perfect subject for your wrath.
I will dispose of him, then return to regaining my strength.
If you are to continue your resistance of Yuan Shao, it may be wise to forge alliances. Gong Sun Zan nearby may be coerced into supporting our struggle against a common enemy.
You speak true. He may be valuable, at least in the short term. I shall strike once more, with allies at my back. And the fool, Yuan Shao, shall regret the day he crossed the Black Mountain Bandits. China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Zhang Yen and his bandits exist as neither fully Han or outlaw. And as the land slips into ever greater chaos, they know their best hope is to navigate the space between.
Okay, guys, Zhang Yan, king of the Black Mountains. Starting situation is hard. Sorry for that. Starting situation is hard, and character specialization is champion. Best used to engage enemy generals, however weaker against units. Best group with retinue or spear, infantry, clave infantry. So he ignores the forest penalties, and he gets 25% post-battle loot income. And he started as his faction specialization, where you can improve relation with the yellow turbans and can ambush when attacking. So that's a stock ability. Whenever you attack, you go and get them in ambush stance. And player focus style is ambushes and opportunistic diplomacy. He gets Black Mountain Marauders, which causes scare. Black Mountain Marauders, Black Mountain Outlaws, and Black Mountain Hunters. These three units, and all of them causes scare, and they have guerrilla deployment. He gets a special building of Black Mountain Hideout, which gives public order, administrative limit, diplomatic relations with Han, or you can go for army limit and loot income, or you can go for diplomatic relation with the Yellow Turban factions. And you have the mercenary treaties for the, like any other bandit lords or something. I'll just explain this one. I haven't done it in the Zheng Jiang thing, so I'll explain it. It's same for all the bandit factions. These are the new stuff you get it. So let's get it. The Mountain Thunder, the Black Mountains are your home, Zheng Yan. But change is come to China, and with it, opportunity. You and your bandit have long worked out with and against the Han, but now you must work solely for yourself. Use your networks and your own power to see your ambitions realized. Okay, you start with the first mission, which gives you a taste of victory, and you have to fight with Xia Zhao of Gaokang. He is kind of a ally or a puppet state of Shao. Yeah. So you start with 3 settlements: Taiwan, Yemen, and Taiwan Iron Mine. So at the start, you can go and capture Gaogang's land also, or you can go for an alliance with Gongsun Zan, and you both can start fighting with Yuang Shao also. And you can come this side, secure the commandery, and if first you take the toolmaker commandery, the battles will not be that easy, but you have to do it like whatever you feel like to. So let's go and check his units, what he gets
Lift
in the
the
beginning.
peasants.
Before that, let's check his traits. Okay, Zhang Yan, he's a legendary champion. He starts with a dual war
If
axe,
the
which gives
mountain is
25
too
melee
high,
attack,
it must be
675
circumvented.
melee damage, and 1.6k armor piercing with minus 9 expertise, plus 15 resolve, and plus 15 charge bonus. He starts with a special armor, which gives him plus 6 expertise and 15 resolve, and he has immunity of fatigue as usual, like Zheng Jiang as yeah, she also gets the same thing. He starts with a trait of flexibility, with which gives him plus 5 replenishment and 25% redeployment cost. He starts with mending, which gives him plus 50 armor and plus 50 melee evasion. That's pretty decent trait. And he starts with fatigue resistance in his own retinue, and then he enables scales from vengeance. It gives 8 instinct, as well as he gets 8 resolve and 50% reinforcement range, and he enables encourage. So whenever he is reinforcing, he gets more reinforcing range. Most of the time when you attack them, you get in ambush stance. That is great. He starts with Black Mountain Marauders and 2 bandit gang units. Bandit gang units are decent to hold against. Speed is also fine, but not as crazy good, but they're okay. And the light axe infantry, Black Mountain Marauders, are decent axe units. You can use them as charge infantry. It starts with a strategist who eventually gets poison arrows and stuff, and already 2 skills unlocked, which has 25 chance of avoiding ambush and 25% chance of ambushing. So that's pretty decent for our faction. And he gets Stalker, which he can use as a passive buff for 30% melee evasion and ranged resistance. Yeah, he doesn't start with anything special in weapon and stuff. He gets like I think a common rag or something. Yeah, and he starts with light bow infantry, 2 units of them. Pretty decent on ammo and range of 200. They're decent on range, and you can use them. You can use your archers awesomely, and you can get some really awesome gameplay. Let's check the building thing. Actually, Zheng Yan can make all the bandits can make this special buildings where you can make like a black market, wood tent, preparatory camp, or mustering grounds. You can check it out according to your desires. And this is the main building chain. Along with that, you get the tiny ones. So here, if you capture the tool maker, you're gonna make this like the special buildings which are available there. And if you make you can make the city building that it starts with tier 3. Here we go. And your capital is Yemen, and where you can see it's already tier 4. At least you have a wall, so you can build some garrison units and stuff, and you can go and fighting. So diplomacy is gonna be important. You can be friendly with Zhang San and start fighting. Okay, let's check the family tree. You are being married with Zhang Xinglang, and you can divorce her if you want to get some decent good. And you have a son too in your family tree who is Zhang Fang. He is like 11-year-old, so pretty soon you can use him as a general. And as a court member, oh, you start. You can get some you don't start with the incense masters like Zhang Ziang does, but you can start with a administrator in your provinces from the beginning. You start with Wang Dang as a noble, so he use all these guys at your best. The research tab, as usual, the banditry is being reworked, and you can get some different kind of bonuses. This research, you start with like 4 research done, and you can get 4% range damage, 5% firing rate, or else you can get -5 recruitment cost for the spearmen and stuff. And you can get here is one seasonal deployment and +5 income from the banditry and all these things. Whatever you like, you can go for that. So I guess yes. So now again, it depends on you how you wanna do. I mostly play in legendary, so I love the challenges
Long
and
have you
stuff. And
roamed here, Yen Bai Ho. You are famed across the land as a welcoming but fierce warrior. Yet change is coming to the south.
My life and legacy seeps into these mountains and valleys. This is my home, and the home of all who have come to share my ideals. We have lived and fought and prospered together.
The Shangye people too call this place home. You are kindred spirits, and together your influence reaches far. You will need their aid, and more besides. For Swenser has declared his designs upon the south, and begins to march. Liu Yao stands between you, but he cannot last.
If it is Liu Yu's lands he wants, then let him have them. But should he look any further, then I will not suffer him to advance. I am the White Tiger, and these are my hunting grounds. My roar shall shatter the resolve of any foolish enough to enter my domain.
Ho.
Yen Bai Ho has spent his life building a home in the south. An existence he will now defend against invaders with steel and rage.
okay, in a world betrayed, he is the most easiest bandit to play with in the start. It says like that, but it's not that easy. So the White Tiger, he is known as the White Tiger Yan, and he enables stalking ability as a faction leader, and he gets +5 replenishment faction wide. Is okay. He increases the White Tiger Confederation increases for every ally or coalition member, decreases the research time for bandit network. So the more alliances he gets, it decreases the time for researching like the bandit research stuffs. Reduces recruitment costs for non-bandit units. So he actually slowly reduces the price to recruit the non-bandit units if he confederate more. And as a bandit, you have access to bandit mechanics. So playstyle focused. So our bandit mechanics are like all the bandits can get like double kind of construction and stuff. So he starts with two new units. So one is White Tiger Warriors, which unlocks after rank 1, and another one is White Tiger Raiders. They are pretty decent with the gorilla deployment, but their armor is not that good. He starts with the unique uh, building which gives him food and bandit network research rate. There is shiny camp, and he also gets mercenary contracts as other bandits do. And he is brother Yan Yu, the Tiger Cub. He is a decent champion to start with in your army. Establish your power. Even here, far from the capital, chaos is spreading in Yang Bai Ho. Your lands are threatened by ambitious warlords. Their greed cannot be unpunished. Those who call the South home and the other around the land sympathetic to your cause must now rely to defend. A way of life in danger is vanishing forever. Okay, guys. We start with an unique feature, the White Tiger bond. So where the more we make a confederation, this thing increases, which gives up to -15 construction, establishing outlaw or outcast connections, -20 construction, -10 construction, establishing in faith and holy. So all these things you'll be getting the different kind of bonuses the more you do the confederations. So first thing, you have to fight this army out, and you have to take this settlement, and then you can decide to fight. There are lots of yellow turban lands over this side, so after capturing this you can decide either you fight the yellow turban or Sun Se is gonna jump down here, and you get a dilemma even from Liu Yao, where he seeks your help. You can take the help from him. It will give you 3000 gold along with minus 50 character upkeep, salary reduction, and minus 50 unit upkeep for 5 turns. So you can use that buff and you can start fighting Sun Ce, or else you can ignore it. You get two options. You can ignore it, but it will reduce your relationship with Liu Yao with minus 80, and then start fighting the yellow turbans, take their lands, and slowly grow your economy. You start with Zindu province, and Zindu you get another bamboo lumberyard, I guess. Yeah, lumberyard with bamboo filled camps. So which eventually gives minus upkeep for the higher tier you get, the minus upkeep for your ranged unit. That's pretty decent thing to have. And one more thing, if you capture this weaponsmith and if you hold it and if you like rebuild it, you're gonna get a special weapon. Also you have a chance to get a special weapon and some other bonuses. So now again it's up to you how you decide. So okay, let's look
There is no end
at the
I will
characters
not
first.
go to.
So Yang Bai Hu starts with a legendary sword
The
which
forest
gives
provides
plus 10
cover.
expertise, plus 5 instinct, and plus 10% melee damage, 1.8k melee damage, 1.4k melee damage, armor piercing, and 24 melee attack rate. He starts with a decent armor with 15 melee evasion and enable stock, and he has plus 15 speed, and he starts with the horse. And okay, and he gets his traits as the ruthlessness, which increases his range damage, and he enables poison arrows. And he starts with precision, which gives 10 ranged armor piercing damage and 10 range firing rate. And he starts with patience, which gives him 8 resolve and 25% chance of capturing enemy officers post battle, and increases the rate of wall and settlement damage during sieges. And he started with poison volley, that's pretty decent, where minus 33 ranged attack rate, minus 33 melee attack rate, but 667 range damage, base damage into 10. He does tons of damage with his special ability though. And he enables gorilla deployment, which gives minus 2 morale for enemy armies enemy armies in the low building. So that's his personal things. He starts with the units of 2 light axe infantry and 2 heavy sword infantry. This heavy sword infantry are like, hold on, not that fast at speed. They have 30 speed, but they are decent. They can hold your enemies for a longer time. This guy started 38 speed. They're decent also. Mostly you can use them as a rear charging kind of shock infantry. Okay, and
You
there
grant me a
he
kindness
is
in calling, my lord.
Yang Yu. He is a champ. He is a champion. He's a legendary champion who doesn't get a legendary weapon, but gets legendary armor with 18 resolve, 10 melee evasion, and 15% speed. You can give him all the different stuffs, and he is right now drinking some sake and stuff. Okay, he starts with flexibility, which gives him minus 25% redeployment cost and plus 5 replenishment, and with 25% campaign movement range and 25% battle running speed, including his mending active. That is pretty decent in duels as well as in normal thing, which gives plus 50% armor as well as 50% melee evasion, which takes 20 seconds to recharge. And he gets an endurance minus 50 attrition from military supply shortage, and he gets his own retinue of fatigue resistance, so mostly he will not get tired. So yeah, and he starts with his own retinue of UA tribesmen, 2 units, and 1 of the bandit king. So this is the army you start with, and then you uh, yeah, and then you start and you can get more units, different type of
The
things. But
mountains are
again,
our
it depends how
homes.
you play the campaign. Let's go give a look on the family tree. And the young Baihu family tree is, there are 2 young brothers. One is 28 years old, one is 22 years old, the sons of Yang Yan. And you have 3 nobles to start with. They are pretty decent too, and you can check them out. their details. You have to check with the satisfaction level and stuff. In character, he starts with a very good relation with his brother, and Zuzai, who is a friend, and he is a court noble. That's much for the faction tree right now. Let's go and check the diplomacy. Okay, you start in very bad relation with yellow turbans and at war with them. A normal kind of relationship with almost all the factions, and except Sunsei, he's kind of mad because you are friendly with Liu Yo, and you can actually get some diplomatic traits and stuff, and you can increase the relationship with this guy's pretty decent, eventually letting him to get a coalition, early coalition with Liu Yo, and supporting him on the battle against Sunsei shall help you. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. These are the tiny tiny stars where we can get, and we have to check out the research things now. So again, as the bandits, you start with a different bandit network where you can check what all things are your priority. You can get them early, like you can get 5% loot, 3% melee damage, 4 morale, 4 spear infinity. Actually, this tree is pretty decent, and you get 5% charge bonus. You can go for the satisfaction one here. It will cost you some more time though. But these are the researches you start already done. But these are the researches you can go for. So you have to check it out, like how it goes. -10 upkeep for spear infantry. That's another decent one. Upkeep shall be a little bit problem because you don't start with that big of an income. You can get some trade agreements and stuff going on. All these things. Just decide what you will. So these are the unique things. These are the research, and you start with one more spice position, so you can go and check them out and whichever faction you want to spy on. So okay, that's it with yeah, Young Bai Hu for now. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching the video and hope you enjoy it. And this is a tiny little video because bandits are my favorite factions, and as usual I like them a lot, and mostly Zheng Jiang. So I just thought to make a video on like quick little faction focus. So if you do enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe the channel, and it helps. I'm pretty much very new on YouTube, so gonna start afresh and do some contents for you awesome people. And if you like it, drop a like, and don't forget to hit the notification button so when we upload another video. And my another campaign is going on right now, that is Young Bai Hu campaign. The link will be down there below, so you can go and check it out. And actually it's already up now, the first episode. You can go and check it out there, and hope so you'll enjoy that. And in my Twitch link will be down there too. So I am doing a legendary Zhang Ziang campaign in my Twitch. So that is for Twitch. So you can, if you want to catch me on a live stream, feel free and drop down. The link is down below. So thanks a lot for watching, and thanks a lot for being here. And hope you enjoyed. And I really like wish you all the best for your coming time, and have lots and lots of fun. And do, if you like and enjoy the gameplays and stuff, just go and get the DLC. And by the way, you'll get 10% discount on Steam if you get it pre-purchase. So hope you'll enjoy the DLC. Happy playing guys. See you guys later.